We'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. We run on PC because we can skip cutscenes.
Oh, it's a glorious thing.
So glorious. If you're running this on anything else besides PC, you have to start the run by watching a 5-minute cutscene.
Just throughout the run, that saves a whole lot of time. There's like, what, at least 2 hours worth of cutscenes. It's no Kojima production, but there's a good hefty chunk of them if you don't skip them.
It's pretty significant, like more than you think it would be. That's why running on console is just... Oh, no thank you.
Although you have run on console before.
I have. I've run on PC. I actually have the world record for PS. I said PC. I meant PS2 of the international category.
It's not much different than this run, which I guess we should talk about like what's going on in this run right now. You're going in and you have question mark and these goons, and ideally you wanna get the crits off, knock out the goons, knock out question mark. Obviously get this all off as fast as possible, but also have your attacks timed to where they chain on everything to get a damage boost out of it and make this go by even faster.
Which is why you'll see me waiting with Riku's ATB full. I'll wait for just a second for Pain's to get full so I can get that ×2 chain.
And it may sound like a lot, but I will say this run, like if you're a new runner or something, is a really friendly RPG run to get into for a first-time RPG speedrun if you want to pick one up.
Yeah, I bill this as the perfect entry-level speedrun for anyone to get into. Because it's one of those, it's super easy to get into and finish a run. There's not a lot of things that'll just straight up, like, runs over. But there's enough of a skill curve that in order to get really good times, you've got to put in work.
Now, what you saw on those last couple of screens, he's dodging these goons as he goes by, just giving him a little Adrian Peterson juke to the side to get around. The first screen, most consistent to go up the middle. Second screen, he hugs that right wall and goes in. And now he's going into the bosses, or the fight against Logos and Orme. And he wants to get some steals here so he has enough money to basically get on with what he's doing.
We got the silver glasses on first try. It's not a guaranteed steal. There's a slight chance that you can miss, so the longer it takes you to get the steal, obviously, the longer this can take.
So, if you like the girls, take in this section of the game because you're not going to see them in combat after the opening chapter.
Nope. So all of the timing up and getting the ×2 chains and stuff like that, that only matters for the intro category. Once we get past that, then we're gonna be playing the game a little bit differently than what you probably expected.
It's one of the things that really cuts time in the international version and then in the HD remakes. And we'll touch on that more closer to when it becomes a thing. First, we wanna deal with LeBlanc here for the first time.
And this one's super easy. You just hold down X and let the game take care of itself. Yuna throws up a darkness dance, and it's just hoping that we get as many crits as possible. Hey, and that's a good start. Riku got the double crit.
It is a shame about the way this category is done fastest, because one of the things that's highly praised about 10-2 is its battle system and how it plays out, all your growth mechanics with the the garment grid, the dress spheres, and then we're just gonna say, you know what, that can be a menu a few times.
Yeah. So if you really enjoy like how the gameplay and like the battle system works in this game, it's gonna be a little different than what you're used to.
We did touch on how this is a really beginner-friendly game, and as you said, the whole route is listed out with contingencies for you. And I guess I should hold that thought for a second because we're about to come up on the monsters here after we do a quick turnaround on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
He told me that he
Basically, what we're going to do is the international version of this game introduced a creature capture mechanic, which allows you to put monsters from the world into your party. And they didn't do a real good job of balancing just how strong the monsters were. And thankfully, that works out in our favor tremendously.
I don't think it's so much that the monsters aren't balanced, it's just that they have pretty good growth at the beginning, and there's a few items. You only need like 2 to 3 items along the way with these monsters, and it just breaks the game wide open.
It really does. I feel like they were preparing for you to keep the monsters in the arena, and having them in the actual base game was kind of an afterthought.
That does make a lot of sense. Now here we want to pick up a garment grid from Shinra here, and he's going to give us a tutorial, and what SilentHero wants to do is he wants to get 4 specific monsters out of this. He wants to get a goon, a she-goon, an azul flan, and, well, you'll see the 4th monster. It's not technically from you.
Alright, there's Goon. That's the first one we need.
This part can be a little RNG. There's, what, 5 different monsters that you can pick up from these spots, and you need 3 of them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, the real problem here is if you get, like I've been getting, you need, in order to get all of the monsters that we need small size capsules. And sometimes it'll give you medium, and medium is absolutely useless for us. All right, but we got our party.
Time to go pick up that 4th monster we mentioned.
Set up Vanguard with Thief. Drop in Brother, a Goon, and a She-Goon. We want to give them Vanguard, Thief. Is our initial setup. And then we want to go to She-Goon and unlearn Fire, because we don't want them to do anything but attack.
There's kind of almost a Saga series learning elements from having them used on you mechanic in the game.
Hey, the rocks are floating.
When your monsters and characters use skills, that's significantly slower than just attack.
I'll take you to the
So the 2 that we want them using are attack or mug, since that's the replacement with the thief.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by equipping Thief, it gives them the ability Mug by default, which is good because we need a lot of money coming up.
Yes. And the money, there are workarounds if we miss some of the steals, but highly important for getting one particular item that just, it takes away all the encounters.
Yep. How would you like to run an RPG with no random encounters? Final Fantasy X-2 is your game.
You don't even have to wait until you rub a magic lamp and get this demon genie out of it that attaches himself to you, and then you forget you were in an orphanage and wrong game.
That's an FF8 reference.
Yes, it is.
Think this much?
So it appears as if we have one Shuli in chat. Hello, Shuli. How are you doing today?
I don't think she's ever left chat. I don't think she slept since this thing started.
Problem with saying we don't talk about the bad FF is everyone's got a different opinion on which one that is.
Yeah, we definitely don't talk about 12. God, never talk about FF12.
Who's there?
Wait for that. So not every scene can be immediately skipped. There's a couple where I'm listening for very specific triggers that allows me to skip. And if I hit it too soon, then I'm just wasting time.
And I guess that's a good time to bring up one of the... This is being run in English here just because it's a lot easier on everybody watching along, because a large proportion of the Twitch view that watches this marathon and some of these. But the fastest way to play this game is actually in simple Chinese. And it's because whenever you have characters talking in some of those unskippable cutscenes, you can advance dialogue, but only once it's all been written across the bottom of the screen.
She's getting hurt.
All right, so we got our first mission time. The way this game is different than most Final Fantasies, it's split up against missions, which are basically like little, I guess like little sub-quests that you have to do to keep the story and plot moving along. And for this one, we've got to chase the LeBlanc gang.
I hope you guys like Logos and Orme and LeBlanc. Because, and I may be incorrect on this, but I think we matched it out. In the whole Final Fantasy series, per each game, they are the most recurring bosses.
Mm-hmm. In the same game, anyways.
Within the same game. I mean, obviously you have Gilgamesh in like 7 other Final Fantasy games, but contained within the same game, these guys pop up all over the place.
It's at least half of the splits in this game are fighting them.
So if you want to beat up on String Bean and the Turtle Man, this is your game.
Or if you just really like Team Rocket.
Yeah, they're kind of like a Kmart Team Rocket, which I guess would make LeBlanc their Meowth.
Because Meowth leads that gang.
Exactly.
Yeah, this area in Gagazet and the next area of the Calmlands is the only time that we're gonna have to deal with random encounters. We got
not be out there.
We got 2 encounters for Gagazet, which is not bad. That's about average. Anything more than 2, it's ugh.
Let's show them.
Then hopefully we get the mythical 0 encounter Calmlands.
I've heard of it.
I'm not entirely sure it actually exists, but we're gonna try.
Invisible! Invisible! Tall wings!
Brother, shut up.
In the Silent Hero chat, we actually have a command, ! Brother, and it just makes Nightbot yell at him to shut up. Brother likes to, at the end of every battle, just start screaming and dancing like that, and it wastes a good chunk of time across a run.
Fortunately, we only use Brother for the first, like, 30 to 40% of the run. And then he gets dumped for a very, very angry Flan.
You don't sleep on that blue Flan that we snagged earlier. He's got, well, you wouldn't like him when he's angry.
And we put him on the bench just to make him extra angry. We gotta let it build. When he has reached peak anger, then we can put him in the team. So ideally, what we want our monsters to do is just to attack. Anytime you see their bar turn purple, they're using an ability. And abilities are slow, and we don't like slow around here. So of course, they're all doing abilities.
Yeah, that was a boss, by the way.
Yeah, that was supposed to be. pretty much anytime characters are talking, mash the advance button, and that way it will skip at the very first frame available.
Perfect.
Because timing and how you skip, or how the game progresses its scenes and dialogue is oddly triggered. It's supposed to line up with the text as best as it can, but it doesn't always work. So that's why we skip, so that way as soon as it's ready to move to the next scene, it will. Brother?
How'd you get up there, brother?
Can I interject for a second?
Go for it.
All right, so for those not reading chat or who just have it marked so they can watch the stream and all of that, we have had a small discussion there in a Discord. We have $130 to go until we hit 2K. If we hit 2K by the end of this run in about 2 hours and 30 minutes, Quo's gonna read us all Go the Fuck to Sleep.
Beautiful. Absolutely nice. Beautiful. We've got to hit that.
Now,
although
it's only $130. It's only $130.
I just dropped 20 while you guys were talking.
Yes, you did. So, excuse me, $110 because thank you, Breach, for your $20 donation. We appreciate it so much.
What?
$110, guys. I think we can make that happen.
$110, and Quo will read us Go the Fuck to Sleep on stream. Now, if y'all can make a real push and get us to 2.5K by the end of Final Fantasy X-2, Quo will read us a French bedtime story in French.
Can he even read French?
French is his first language.
I did not know that.
Well, here's some fun Quo facts. Quo's first language is actually French. English is his second.
Think it's worth anything? It's not.
Well, I definitely got to get that incentive met now. You guys got 2.5 hours essentially left.
Use it as a dress
so $110 to at least get Go the Fuck to Sleep. $610, and we will get some form of French bedtime story, probably of Quo's choice at that point. We have another $10 donation from Son of Erdrick, which brings us only to $100. And I just got another $30 donation saying get bent, Quo SMR night. So we're down to $70 to get Quo SMR bedtime stories of Go the Fuck to Sleep.
Yo, can we get a donation train started? Let's just get a $1 donation train.
I mean, technically, if we get $1 to $2 from every single person in chat, all 65 of them, we will be $5 off from our goal of 70 at this point. Yeah, we know, Silent.
Hey, you gotta specify. Call him Tremor. I'm gonna get
Tremor.
real confused if you call.
I just. Trevor and I were sitting here calling it Quo SMR all night last night while we were trying to make a push to 1K for it.
we
Son of Erdrick. Oh yes, Son of Erdrick's message is fisticuffs means they fight barehanded.
Oh my god.
Well done.
You're gonna make me lose my mind up in here.
Mama Ika's gonna send her donation shortly, sweet. But yes, that does bring us to a total of $19.30, guys. We are $70 off from Quo SMR Go the Fuck to Sleep.
Okay, one important thing that we have coming up, and it's probably coming up on the screen. I'm watching on a little bit of a delay, but we just got the charm bangle, and what that is going to do for us is have no random encounters for the rest of the game. And it's kind of like in base FF10, whenever you get no encounters on a weapon, you hope it's a Kamari weapon so you can just toss it on him and throw him on the bench where he belongs. That works here too. We're just going to toss that on Brother, and no encounters for the rest of the game, even after we take him out of the party. So all we're going to have now are required encounters and boss fights.
Also, it is so weird running this game in English.
I can believe that after you... Well, and it was really weird whenever you made the jump over to PS2 International. because you went from English to simplified Chinese to Japanese.
This is the first
And
time.
oddly enough,
different.
Japanese was the hardest because of the melody minigame.
Yeah, it didn't toss in the English lettering
Well,
on a certain mini game towards the end of the game of this one, so we had to pull up some Google Images mid-run. Also, shout-outs to Lulu's hair. She's doing something about Mary cosplay up in here.
Kimari said he
And
found it on Mount
This
Goddess.
only happens. Is it only the PC version, or is it all the
It's
HD versions?
only the PC version. Oddly enough, the physics are broken. You've actually probably already noticed that Yuna's skirt does not function properly. It's just stuck. Something happened when they ported this to PC. It broke all of the physics.
Is it uncapped on the frame rate? I wonder if that's possible.
That I think that's what it is. Actually, it's some kind of weird frame rate thing that just broke the physics in half.
So they designed these for 30 originally, and then did the HD remaster up to 60 for console? I'm not certain.
I know 10 didn't, because they tried to do 60 and it actually broke the game. Like, it just would not function properly.
Yeah, a lot of screwy things happen in games whenever you mess with frame rates. Here we have Lulu's hair shooting up straight behind her. Anyone who's a Dark Souls fan remembers when that remaster, or when a Scholar of the First Sin came out, and then the durability on weapons was tied to frame rate, so they just degrade 3 times as fast.
Want to make your game harder? Make everything break faster.
Exactly.
So this is probably my favorite part of the run. My sarcasm is thick. What we've got here is we have a door to unlock, and the password is randomized every time you play. There's 4 ciphers we've got to find that will help us decode the door. Getting all 4 is really slow, so we're only going to get 3 of them and then guess the last digit of the code.
And we got to talking too much. I forgot to put in my prediction. I always like to play this game during the runs of trying to just predict a random 4-digit number and seeing how many I can get correct. Sometimes whenever I get close.
So here's a fun game for chat. Since we don't know what the last number is going to be, put in your prediction, 0 through 9. What is going to be the missing number?
How about $20 from Anonymous saying Quo SMR mode?
You can totally get down with that. We just need what? $570 more?
Actually, with that $20, we are at $19.50, so we are $50 off from meeting the 2K goal there of having Quo read us go the fuck to sleep on stream, and only $550 from him reading us in French.
I really
Sounds
want the
wonderful.
French incentive met.
I do also really want the French incentive meant.
Y'all can do it. I believe in you. I have faith.
Are we gonna get like a Frere Jacques Donoghue? Or are we getting like something original that didn't get brought stateside there?
I don't know. I don't know about the French one. I'll probably look something up on Google because it's Quo. But I know I can get a script for Go the Fuck to Sleep on Google. That's easy as shit.
We were getting some bad numbers tonight.
Wow.
Even that 6 in there already the 3 and the 6 complicate things enough.
3696.
That is gross.
Something wrong.
Oh man, yes. I have found
I'm not
the
seeing
fucking PDF.
Trimmer called it.
Trimmer got the 6. What PDF did we find? I'm concerned now.
Oh, I got the PDF of Go the Fuck to Sleep.
Oh, excellent. I love how we were having a discussion on like what the rating was, and we've already said go the fuck to sleep like 8 times. We're not even an hour in.
I was like, now do I need to be careful, or you know, if a fuck happens here or there, is it okay to just let it be what it is? So I think we answered.
Personally, I blame the fucking hosts.
Now, naturally, after this place was sealed for generations by these 4 ciphers that we had to go find, and we totally legitimately found, inside, there's just this boss and Waka chilling out. So, I don't know.
Watch the skirt. Watch the skirt.
Strategy was.
Shoomp. Instant mini skirt.
Yeah, there's some continuity errors there. Like clipping right through it. I don't know what that skirt's made out of, but I bet it's comfortable as hell.
I want one.
To lounge around the house, I mean, make it my quarantine costume.
Fine.
Can we make that a new incentive?
Which one?
So,
Breach has to cosplay Yuna from 10-2 at a donation amount.
I have a Titus costume from 10 and Dissidia.
Excellent.
If we hit 3,000 before the end of the run, in total,
You read me? You guys
I'll
about-
definitely do the 10-2 unit costume as a cosplay.
There you go.
We'll set that more high, but I'll put it out there. If you ever wanted to see a big fat bald man dressed as Yuna, now's your time.
I mean, that's just like my go-to.
All right. Well, we are now about 27 minutes into the run, so that gives
this
us,
is where we sat.
give or take, 2 hours and 20 minutes to raise $50 to
wanted
hear
to
Quo
keep
read
it.
the wonderful book I just linked in chat.
Now,
And if you want a donation read, you want to get noticed by Senpai on stream, this section is probably the best to do it because we just have a lot of cutscenes.
And there's
Least you
unskippable
can't skip
cutscenes. There's terrifying kitty cat face animation. Then there's the secret password
You've changed
to get
so-
through what was once a holy land, but is now
I'm honored.
basically Disney.
why?
Ah, yes. I've been helping Sid with his work.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, this is one of the
got
few
people
I
too.
can't even advance
People come from
text.
all
It just gotta
I
gotta
can
watch
s-
the
but This is
cutscenes.
a place of...
I know.
Yeah, if you played Final Fantasy X, you remember
If you... Ah, I'm a...
ancient ruins of Xanarkand, holy place. It's where Unalesca was. It's where all of Yevon, the source of Yevon, comes from. And now we have it as a scavenger hunt mini game.
We turned it into a theme park.
You ready?
Yeah.
What was the clue again?
And the gift shop's on the way out.
It's key.
At least we get to meet
All right. Let's
one of the
head out.
most adorably fun little
Yes,
ragtag bunches that'll help us out with our password here in
Which way?
a couple minutes.
That way. Yes.
It's another interesting fun fact is with these dialogue prompts for people that you should know from Final Fantasy X, it's faster, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's faster to say you do remember Isaru, but you don't remember Passe.
Correct. It's faster to forget about the little boy.
Dear, it's me, Passe. Well, anyways, this is Hana, and this is Taro. Nice to meet you, Lady Yuna.
I'm gonna remute myself
What
before
are
I
you
start
doing
cursing at
here?
this. Hang on.
Fiends? Ha!
Don't worry, we're protected by these little
Right.
little
We're
runts here.
Spear hunters.
Kinderguardians will
Kinderguardians!
protect us.
The Kinderguardians!
I wish I was clever enough to have come up with that on my own.
So key must be a clue to finding the treasure.
Uh-huh, that's right.
Also, let's just let's give a shout out to Mama Ika on stream, who is apparently watching.
Oh, Mama Ikka's around?
It's either that or messages are getting relayed to her. That's getting a little confusing for me.
Move out! See you, Lady Yuna.
I mean, it would make sense. I am Mama Ikka's favorite, so.
Come in. Oh, hey, nah, it's just that I...
The clue.
I've started a fight in chat, and I'm very happy.
I just thought we were having one of those, like, I'm Spartacus moments. I'm Mama Ikka's favorite. I am Mama Ikka's favorite. Oh, God. I'm on delay, and I just got Nightmare Face Riku there.
Yeah, when they did the 10-10-2 HD remaster collection, all they had announced was that they were remastering 10. And then like a month before it came out, they were like, surprise, 10-2's also on there as well. And it really shows that they added this at last minute, because this did not get the HD treatment that 10 did.
And even on HD treatment, they gave it what you have to call it a remaster. They took the main characters and they polished them up, polished up a few of the scenes. But like, if it's not an important character, they still look like they were in the stands during Madden 03.
That's even being generous, like Madden 96.
If you go back and play the HD remaster for 10, and you look at the stands during any of the Blitzball games, they're literally just flat people that have like 2 frames of animation that they do. Bad for not important characters. Here we just got a bunch of goons as we somehow they're all over this Holy Land attraction that we're just letting the children run free in.
They're kindergartens?
Yeah, that they can probably handle it themselves. They pay 15 gil for a clue and they're good to go.
I mean, imagine how many fiends they had to kill to get that 15 gil.
Yeah, they
Just
That's another question that I've kind of had that probably gets answered in this, but like, the fiends were supposed to be from people that were unsent.
Mm-hmm.
And more fiends now, because they don't have summoners doing the sending.
And the far plane's leaking.
You know, just slap a band-aid on it, plug it up.
turning this place.
So?
Yeah, basically what I'm guessing is the majority of them are just ones that we didn't deal with in the first game.
Well, I respectfully disagree. As many motherfuckers as I had to kill for that Monster Arena guy, just so I could fight Nemesis, there should be mass genocide of all of the fiends.
That was only 10 of each species, thank you. That is a far cry from a genocide.
Yeah, but the number I had to kill to get the encounters that I needed for 10 of each species?
All right, I see your play now.
Who's there?
So this is one of the unskippable cutscenes that I was talking about. I've got about 3.5 minutes of sitting here and twiddling my thumbs. So now's an excellent time to get your donation read. We gotta make that push to get the French book read.
You must speak the
Quo ASMR is a thing that needs to happen.
Password.
Yeah, instead of Quo ASMR, we've just been calling it Quosamar.
I know.
Quosamar, yes.
Quosamar.
For me.
Yes, good. Okay, so now
I am down with some Quosamar.
is the meaning of life?
Quosamar. Like,
What?
we Friday at like,
calm.
I think it was like 5 or 6 p.m. Sometime, maybe probably like the middle of the day. Quo was just talking on stream, and like the
Wait,
chat was nothing but
this
people
voice
talking about how
sounds
pleasant his
familiar.
voice is.
Is that Isaru?
It does have a nice, deep, relaxing voice.
Which spawned the idea of him
what are you
reading us
doing?
bedtime stories which started this whole thing.
My job.
I mean, you like it deep?
To those
I can get it deep.
sacred place. I too once traveled with the hope of seeing this place someday. Working here somehow.
Oh man, it's only 8:47. I don't think it's DJ hours yet. Let's not.
Okay, thanks for coming.
When I'm around, it's always DGen hours. Like, it doesn't matter what time it is.
The ruins of Saturkin will be waiting.
We were talking about the to go back on the game, just so we can put off DGen hours for maybe an hour or so.
Apparently
I
so.
don't need to be fully cutting loose just yet.
Hey, at 9
But
Eastern, the
what we're talking
FCC
about-
says I'm ready to go.
Finder picked up a signal. There should still
All
be
right.
a sphere nearby.
Come on, Shuli has said that we have to make Poe do it.
Right.
Mostly because he doesn't want to do it.
Okay, let's try
But he
this
agreed.
again.
So we have to make him do it.
Well, that's the best reason to make him do it.
Exactly. Come on, guys. $50. I am sure between the 66 people sitting here in this stream, also somebody get us 3 viewers.
Nice.
Nice.
We can scrounge together $50. That just means 10 of you need to donate 5, or 5 of you need to donate 10. Just don't get a Starbucks coffee tomorrow. Come on, we can all do it. We're all in quarantine anyway. It's not like you're going anywhere.
Yeah, your Starbucks should be closed anyways. Unless you work at a Starbucks inside of a Kroger, then good fucking luck.
Hey, at least you have the perk of knowing when they restock the toilet paper.
That is fair. According to my roommate, her boss
We gotta
was at
sacrifice those.
Walmart at like 4 a.m. to get toilet paper today.
Wow.
Something like that.
My Walmart actually doesn't even open until 6 a.m. currently.
Ours are like, most of ours are 24 hours here.
Well, ours is normally 24 hours, but with quarantine and stuff, they've shifted to
11.
temporary hours.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah, there's 6 to 11 or something like that. It's something like very arbitrary and weird.
Yeah.
Also, another boss just happened.
Oh yeah, that was a boss, by the way. That was.
That's kind of the theme of this run, is that was a boss.
And we haven't even got to the good
What?
stuff yet.
It's only half a sphere.
It's really satisfying to do this run too. Like, even playing casually.
nothing.
I took the script route for the speed run and ran it casually.
I can't believe
And
how much this place has changed.
not skipping cutscenes, not really rushing or anything. It was a very safe, comfortable, like 5.5 hours. Just following along with it. And I can't say it enough. If you want a non-stressful RPG speedrun, this is the one to pick up. There's no step route to worry about. You don't have to do too many. I don't think you have to do any glitches, really.
Nope. We got a cutscene buffer, but that's it.
We really don't because of donation incentive.
Well, we're still gonna do it once, so that way we can skip Yuna's nightmare.
Yeah, we skipped the other one instead of 1,000 words.
Yep. So we'll be.
Helped rebuild it.
Typically,
Now it's a bustling
there's
town.
a cutscene skip glitch that we use. Well, it's more like a swap. We watch one cutscene to skip a longer one. She broke.
Oh, nope. I have an anonymous donation that says, "Hey guys, guess what? I found $50. Here you go."
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you for finding that $50 in your pocket. We have officially hit 2K. Who's ready for Quosamar?
And we just need 500 more for French bedtime stories.
Yes.
All right, now we only need 500 more. And Quo has not only agreed to obviously read us a bedtime story, he's agreed to read us one in French if we can get to 2.5K. There is another 2 hours or so in this run. So let's do it, kids. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Oh, hey, we got 3 viewers. Nice.
Nice. I almost feel like you're herding cats at this point. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on.
Come on, guys. Where's my money? Give me the money. I just need the stream to, like, update the donation amount. Come on.
You can do it, little stream.
The little stream that could.
My months of memeing have paid off.
Steps.
But also, thank you guys so much, everybody who is donating here tonight. We do appreciate you guys. This is all going towards IckaAid, which if you are new to the stream and have not known what that is yet, IckaAid is a fundraiser we are running for Shuli91 in the chat. We are attempting to raise some money so that we can help her pay for some of her pain medications, physical items she needs for mobility and stuff. Due to a major back injury she sustained in an accident, and also help pay for a surgery she has that is coming up that will hopefully get her back on her feet. So every little bit counts, every little bit helps, and I know Shuli's cried at least 9 times since the start of the stream yesterday morning.
That's a pathetically low number, because that's just an average day for her, so we need to get those numbers up. Those are rookie crying numbers.
Exactly.
Who is that jumpy-ass soldier that just took a pot shot at you?
Shuli. They are anonymous because they don't have speedrun.com things, and I can't see your stuff. So how about you keep that to yourself? And don't go ahead and post it. Let us have our anonymous people who are happy, unless they want to call themselves out in chat.
Well, don't call out your lurkers.
Yeah, leave the lurkers be. But I mean, they can definitely still donate, but let's not call them out.
Yeah, keep that to yourself. But no, it is wonderful to see everybody donating. It is awesome to see that. So the original goal of the GoFundMe that was started back in February was $8,000. The GoFundMe is currently sitting at $3,710, and with the $2,000 we have here on the stream, that brings us to $5,710. So we are only approximately
Actually, we're spear
$2,290 away from meeting that original 8K goal.
So?
And I think we're gonna hit it before the end of this run. I don't know about you all.
I mean, I would hope we can. Just if we can get at least 500 more of that, we get French bedtime stories at 11. Come on, guys. Let's extend Quo Samar and get those wonderful stories in French.
And just think of the mystery. No one else around here speaks French. It's like he could be completely cussing us out. We wouldn't even know.
Tough luck. Like toilet sink. Like the bedtime story, apparently.
Look. So the funny thing is I actually know a little bit of French because I was studying it, and Quo's my fucking tutor. Most of the French I know is the French he's taught me.
He's gonna hit me with the je ne sais quoi, and I'm gonna be like, Jenna said what?
Just a regular.
I got a snort. Yes, 2 snorts. Let's go.
Anyone who want to do a donation, $1 for every time Silent makes a joke that makes me snort.
I'll have to step up my game. Let's go.
I don't know if anybody's willing to match that.
Now, I do want to interject here. This particular cutscene is the one where we do our cutscene skip buffer on. Towards the end of it, you'll see flashing red lights. I think it's got to start buffering that on the 3rd flash, and that is what would let us skip a cutscene later on.
All right, you'll see skip up here in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And as long as that's still on screen when the cutscene ends, it saves it in the memory, which allows us to hit the skip on the next cutscene, which is normally unskippable.
Gold wings, front and center.
So it's nice little, basically a memory glitch.
What's that?
Just some chai.
We would normally do it twice in the run, one to skip Eunice Nightmare and the second to skip 1,000 Words. But because of you beautiful people and your deep, loving, caring wallets, we're not gonna be skipping 1,000 Words. So we only have to worry about doing it here.
Really, that's probably the worst. Oh, this is the worst part of the run.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. 100% is. I'm gonna take the safe
I was gonna
strat.
say. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the musicians here sometimes the tall peacock just likes to not go in there. He just doesn't want to go in the elevator, and you've lost several pretty good pace runs
I have definitely. I lost a run that was on world record pace to musicians. So I get very, very antsy when I get to that part of the run.
The fact that the speed run usually skips 1,000 words is just one of the knife in the heart of this one. You know, you save the frames, but at what cost?
Right? The cost is about 30 seconds. Truthfully. But still, that's when you're going for PBs and world records. Every frame matters.
Even if it's one of the best songs in the series.
Oh yeah, for sure. And just a really well done cutscene on top of that. So because we got the cutscene buffer, we're able to skip Yuna's nightmare, so we don't have to watch Yuna getting shot.
Yuna gets shot?
Not in this speedrun.
We skip so many cutscenes. There's like large chunks of the story for this one that I just don't understand.
You don't need to. So we got to make sure that we give the sphere to New Yevon. So that's going to be very important later.
And that affects the the last quarter of the game roughly, which route it goes through, and the cutscenes you get.
Mostly when we have to come here during chapter 3, it allows us to skip all of the mandatory fights on the way in, since we're members, quote unquote. We didn't have. Lord have mercy.
Who's on top now, dull wings?
Catch your breath. It's gonna be okay. We'll get through this together.
On the mighty LeBlanc.
It's fine. I just made Flo mad. It's fine. I said his least favorite joke in the chat, so that's fine.
She got it.
Alright, so we had some stuff stolen by the LeBlanc gang. We gotta go steal it back. In order to do so, we gotta break in. And our genius idea to do that is to steal uniforms.
Go in disguise.
Oh,
They'll never know it's dark.
Alright, are you guys ready for hype? I'm about to bring the hype. This is the most intense part of the whole fucking run. And of any run that's going to be in this entire marathon. Maybe even in your life. Standing in line.
Yeah, fuck your social distancing. We have line strats. Actually does matter where you stand in line for how fast the line moves.
Mm-hmm. The ideal position is just right off of his shoulder, but even that can be finicky sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, that third one looks like, yeah, you were off just a little bit.
Yep, there it goes. Yeah, it's very oddly particular. Skip a few more cutscenes, and then we'll be able to steal our first uniform. It's Basically, we need to do this first so we gain the ability to go play in the sand later, which is where our second uniform is going to be.
Never been this close.
Oh god, Shuli's making an announcement. I'm concerned.
Oh.
Tell them I love them all equally. Shuli, you refer back to Mama and let her know that it's okay that I know I'm the favorite, but I'll play along for now.
Is that like an Animal Farm where like all animals are created equal, but some animals are more equal? Like she loves us all equally, but she loves some of us a little more equally than others. That's the highbrow literature quota for the run, by the way.
Animal Farm is highbrow literature?
Hey, so it's a classic.
So that's where it was.
Certainly more highbrow than where we're gonna find the third uniform.
You was finding it for us, though.
Hey, that's classy.
What?
That's a word. I don't know if it applies here, but that is certainly a word.
The goal. So then we take it back.
And yes, here's Jesse and James again.
Are you sure they're not Biggs and Wedge?
Ooh. I wish they were Biggs and Wedge. I would have probably liked them more.
Yeah.
Goodbye, little girl.
Yeah.
Brother took an unfortunate crit there. Kind of bopped him real good. It's not a tremendous loss because, like I said, we're not going to be using Brother for the majority of the run.
Parting is so
And
sweet.
his ghost is just still shaking it to the 80s.
Oh yeah, like he cannot be contained. Not even death can stop him from dancing.
I think it's like Dragon Ball Z death, where he's still got his body, he's just got that little halo going. Gonna go get dancing lessons from King Kai.
I don't want to see King Kai dance.
Yeah, you're probably right.
All right, now we go to the desert since we got our pass to play. There's actually a whole side quest in this game of just collecting parts out of the desert to build a super boss.
I'm busy, so make it fast.
That nice.
I guess the High Summoner's hard up too. Well, don't be expecting any special treatment.
And we do have a
Right.
menu switch
We'll send you out
coming
there by
up
hover.
right after
Go
we get
talk to the
through
pilot about it.
talking to her for a
before you
second
start
time.
dating,
She's like,
some strange stuff's been washing.
go to the Oasis. And you're like, okay. What we want to do is go to Unerring Path and add Thief to that. And this is going to be the last garment grid that everyone's going to be using. A, because it gives us the best stats, and B, because it gives us a nice little ability called Crackdown. It's situationally useful, but useful nonetheless. What Crackdown does is if an enemy has Protect or Shell, Crackdown will destroy it. So it's kind of like Dispel in a punch.
Is just always useful.
Especially when LeBlanc likes to use Not So Mighty Guard, and very useful against the Mega Sisters later.
Oh god, the Mega Sisters. That is a wonderful little opportunity for time loss or time save on any run. It's just how that fight's RNG likes to treat you.
Yep. You can be absolutely locked down by the B Magus. There we go.
Well,
A little quick on the first pause. Got the second pause buffer.
Goodbye, little girl.
So brother learns storming, and the community is split down the middle on whether or not storming is good or not. It is an ability that brother learns, and it is a combo generating machine. It hits like 15 times. So it makes the goon hit like a truck. However, it takes forever to charge. And since we have no control over the monster, sometimes it can happen at really inopportune times.
Takes forever to charge, plus it's, like you said, 15 attacks, low damage. So that's your chain booster. It's going to make your next hit really hard, but you're sacrificing the instant damage, and oh, hey, Kimari. Good old Hornless.
That's all we're going to see of Kimari the whole run. He showed up for 3 seconds, said his name, and we will never talk to him again.
You don't even get a full Sacred Bound Gagazet out of John DiMaggio for this one. So they added a hot spring to Gagazet, and that is where we're going to steal our third and final uniform.
No wonder the wrong.
Sacred Bathhouse Gagazet. Have to follow the goons that are sneaking off and shirking their duty to go take off their uniforms and take a bath and gossip.
You said shirking, and I thought you were going somewhere completely different with that, and I got really concerned for a moment.
Nope, I am not going anywhere that rhymes with that. Not during this. I'd like to think we're a little more professional about better than that.
That's the best joke you've told all stream.
By the way, we've hit the go the fuck to sleep donation incentive. We're still $500 away from Kosamar bedtime story in French.
Yes. So, just for those who want to know, though, since we are talking about the wonderful, wonderful idea of donating, there are several incentives that we have currently running that you guys can donate to. One of them is that for our Breath of the Wild speedrun tomorrow, if we manage to reach $500 donated towards that incentive, the runner will be doing the shrines blindfolded.
I don't know.
It is currently at 122 of 500. So we are almost there for that. And then we have a bonus run of Ocarina of Time, any percent, no ACE, that Andrew OOT is going to run if we manage to raise another $300 on top of that towards that one. So if you want to see either of those happen during the runs tomorrow, go ahead and get your donations in. That'll bring us that much closer to that happening and that much closer to the French language plaque of Kosamar tonight.
There you go. Not only are you donating for Kosamar, 2 amazing Zelda runs that you can put as your incentive as well. 2 birds, 1 stone. I don't know why you're killing birds with stones. Doesn't seem very nice to me, but you can do it.
Throw cash at him instead.
Bills, not like nickels, that'd hurt.
We're trying to make it rain, not thunderstorm.
And no hail. Gotcha.
Mission accomplished. We found ourselves a uniform.
Roger.
And we just had another run-in with the Goober Gang. That's also another theme of this run, just another run-in with the Goober Gang.
Which is what the entire next section is going to be.
Exactly.
And it's past 9 p.m. Eastern, so we can safely go into Degen hours because we've got to use our special talents to make the boss unwind.
Yes, the minigame is certainly a after dark sort of thing. Some of our friends, I'm not going to name any names, had gotten to that point, and then their parents unfortunately walked into the room during that 5 minutes of a 40-hour game and saw that particular cutscene and decided, nope, no more for you.
And it makes me sad every time I think about it.
Report.
We've got our uniforms on. We snuck in. The plan is going flawlessly so far. I don't know how we're all the right height. All those uniforms somehow fit. Apparently everyone in Spira is the same size.
It's magic.
The boss is a...
It's like Saiyan battle armor, apparently.
Supernatural charm in it.
One size fits everything.
You.
Exactly.
What?
You know.
Use your talents.
Okay.
Don't hold back.
We've got to go up and we've got to give Not Meowth a massage.
And she gets really into said massage.
Yeah. This was actually one of the points when you were first learning it. It was one of the most inconsistent points, and it was just baffling. But the world record holder, Choka Bungle,
That's nice.
hooked us up with a guide specifically for this minigame to make it the most consistent. Because isn't gold hairpin comes out of this one, right?
Yes.
That's nice.
Yeah, gold hairpin comes out of this minigame for getting it first try,
Ooh.
which makes the rest of the run so much easier. There are backup strats, but it's not fun. If you're unfamiliar with Final Fantasy games, I think most everyone is just by what I'm seeing in chat. The gold hairpin usually reduces the cost of MP and spells. Here's it reduce it to 1, or is it half?
It's half in this one.
That's right. Some of them it'll reduce the cost to 1. Some of them it's half. Some of them, like FF2, it protects against status ailments.
In the meantime,
for whatever reason.
The back of the...
Yeah, and getting half MP cost is going to be very important for our angry Flan on the bench. It's going to allow him to do what he does best more times.
Melee attack? He seems like he'd be good at melee attack.
Oh, we'll see.
He made a jelly and pudding and hate.
I'll let your mind wander. Yeah, I think I'm the only runner on the planet that has perfume strats. Just because the minigame was so inconsistent, I came up with my own backup. Yeah, if you don't get the minigame on first try, instead of getting a gold hairpin, you get what's called the heady perfume. And it's that item does not give you half MP cost, it gives you MP stroll. So you recover 1 MP for every step you take.
Which does cost a little bit of time, but whenever you have no encounters on, it's really just the time cost of walking in circles.
Yeah, taking a few extra steps in Kilika and a few extra steps after Shiva to make sure you've got enough MP to do what you need to.
Like if you were being completely ridiculous and running a Traveler build in FF12.
I thought we agreed not to talk about the Forbidden game.
Dude, I break the rules. That's my job.
Shit.
A Traveler, since I know there's hate for FF12, that's the one that does damage based on the number of steps you've taken in game. He's found their orb.
I like what where Adventure Potato's head's at. Every step you take.
only naughty girl.
Every spell you make.
The boss
Every boss you break. I was really hoping you were gonna pick up on the tail end of that, and you let me down.
Usually I could. I was a little distracted by another Logos and Ormy fight. Trying to think if there's a good point for me to do a Meowth voice for LeBlanc. Haven't found a good spot for it yet, or a good line to use. But there's still a lot of game left. And there's also a lot of game left if we want to hear close enough. Off that for a little bit, but
oh yeah, there is still plenty of stream left, so that we can continue to donate and continue to get money in to unlock the French language pack of the Quo Samar incentive.
Unlock the French language pack. We have IckaAid DLC now.
It is. It is IckaAid DLC. It only costs us $500, but we get to watch IckaAid in French.
Hashtag not an ad for EA.
And I'll up the ante here. I will give you a brief preview of what that will be like. Omelette du fromage.
I feel like Quo is about to fly in here and slap at least one of us.
It's gonna be one of those epic, just one slap hits all three Stooges style.
Exactly.
A wise guy, eh?
Chasing us, kicking us each in the backside as we get stuck in the door, all trying to go through it at the same time.
I went through a lot of trouble, so don't.
Yes, boss.
Oh, look, the twerps came to steal our orb. Get 'em, boys.
Oh man, Logos got dropped. That was a double crit, and Logos just instantly died. That was beautiful.
It's just like we wrote it up.
Oh yeah. Everything in this is planned. I'm definitely not flying by the seat of my pants here.
Rerun, definitely not.
Wait a second. Please.
Speaking of seat of the pants, I just want to draw attention to the way Brother attacks. I know he's been doing it for about an hour now, but just that butt slam into the enemies.
Butt mugging, sway into the music.
We've had some serious in-depth conversations about how he pulls off the butt mug. Just like clenching the cheeks right at the point of impact. It's like that old Bruce Lee punch. You clench your fist right at the point of impact, you clench your cheeks, and that's how you butt mug.
Use a little bit of vacuum seal.
Exactly.
But all we have to do is shake.
That's what Nucci's got in mind.
That's what Nucci's got in mind.
It's like how All Might was telling Deku how to use the power. You clench your cheeks and you smash.
Waiting.
I've been told to do that a few times.
Bet you have. Donde está la biblioteca?
Sin is gone.
Isn't that where's the library?
Eternal calm.
Yes, that is. Where is the library in Spanish?
But the King of the Hill, Peggy Hill, thinking that was where's the bathroom.
All right, our Flan is almost at peak anger.
So how?
He's almost ready to come off the bench.
It's obvious. We nab the head honcho. Then we make him.
Not.
I got no problem with this.
I misread that as Num Num La Biblioteca, and I'm like, why are you eating the books, Quo?
That's how he got his knowledge.
He's much stronger than he looks.
All right, we have another anonymous donation of $15, and I think this is $3 for every single time I forgot to pick Bulbasaur in Pokemon Puzzle League. Please don't ban me.
Please. Forgive my rudeness.
Which means I believe that donation was from the lovely Mr. Tayman. He's the one that, yeah, he ran Puzzle League. I'm not crazy.
That Puzzle League run was nuts.
Correct.
Like, I can't beat the first stage on easy. I don't puzzle. It's not a thing that I do. And to watch that get just blitzed on like what's super hard. No thanks. I'm good.
It's okay that you didn't grab Bulbasaur, though. We all know Squirtle is the real Gen 1 starter. And if you think I'm wrong, you should donate and put in the comments why.
Because we gotta sneak around in Bavel's basement. Because as with any JRPG, like the storyboard room goes like one guy nervously looking around and goes, "Church bad?" And everyone cheers and he's like, "All right, that's our story, let's go."
It's alarming how many JRPGs where your ultimate objective is to kill the prime deity of the world. We are a corporation, which sometimes serves both roles.
Jeez.
That's the plot of Three Houses. Isn't that the plot of like all the Fire Emblems though?
Yes. If it is a Fire Emblem game, 90% of the time, it's either that God is evil or the church is evil. One of the two.
That's about right.
Take it from somebody who has played every single one of them.
Holy smokes.
Wait.
That's a whole lot of Fire Emblem.
All right, so in that regard then, of all the Fire Emblems, who is best boy?
Best boy?
Why is it Claude?
Well, if are we like out of all of them, I'd probably say best boy is Ike.
He does fight for his friends.
I also just have a very deep love for Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance. In my heart.
Just wish those games hadn't skyrocketed in price the way they did.
That's what happens when people don't buy them when they first release. I still have my copy of both, and yeah, I am lucky.
Because those still haven't dropped down below like 80, I don't think.
Also, are we talking like all characters in the games or of the lords?
All of them, just period.
Oh, then Ranulf.
Ranulf.
Another character from Ike's game. But look, he is best boy.
Since we have a significant portion of Fire Emblem fans in the chat, that's a sentence I never thought I would say. Why don't you throw in $1 donation and tell us who your favorite boy or girl is?
Yeah, that'd be great.
And give a why too. Just don't just be like name because reasons.
Yeah, like I like Ranulf from Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. Because he is honestly the only person in that entire game with any brains in his skull.
Joked about Claude, but Three Houses, I went with Dimitri.
Dimitri, Blue Lion's best house.
I feel like I can turn him from a bad boy into a good man.
Let's go.
Oh man, the number of bad Dimitri memes that I have on my phone.
That is one thing that the Fire Emblem fan base is definitely good for. They may not agree on a lot of things, but fan art.
They're like the supernatural fandom of video games.
Yes, Kenny, and Edelgard is a literal Nazi. So you're entitled to your wrong opinion. But look.
She's got some feelings, okay?
So Yannick in chat is actually a personal friend of mine in real life, and a very close friend of mine. So I will be quite mean.
So, you gotta be mean to your friends every once in a while.
Hey!
I don't like Edelgard. I did not enjoy her personality. I didn't enjoy her story. I just didn't. I don't know.
She seemed kind of bland to me. I wasn't on board.
As someone who's not played a single Fire Emblem game, I like Violet's dancer outfit.
Yes. That's fair. Yes, CJ, we are over 2,000, which means we officially get Quosamar tonight. He will be reading us Go the Fuck to Sleep after the Final Fantasy X-2 run. But currently we are an hour and 15 minutes into that run, which means we have about an hour and a half left. And if we manage to get to 2.5K by the time we are done, Quo has agreed to read us bedtime stories in French. So, keep going, guys. Get those donations in if you want to unlock the French language pack for IckaAid.
We have gotten off topic a little bit, and with all the cutscene skipping, I can understand if you're lost, because I usually am. Right now, we're underneath Bavel. We had the Bavel Temple that we just jumped through where the faith used to be, and now there's all this Machina underneath their main holy city. Just running away, doing its Machina thing, just being an abomination.
I'm sure it's fine. There's nothing they could possibly be trying to protect us from, or keep us away from, at that matter.
It's probably okay.
Speaking of being off topic, have we actually been on topic for this run? This has been more like a podcast with Final Fantasy X-2 as a background.
Hear me out. We have discussed how we don't use brother in this run. We won't see the girls for the rest of the game, except for maybe in a cutscene.
We covered the very important topic of butt mugging.
Very important topic. This is actually the last fight that we will see Brother in, so the dance must come to an end.
We mentioned, I think Kim, however you say the fucking lion dude's name, is on the bench.
Oh, the
Kimari.
Kimari.
Yeah, Kimari getting benched in FF10 and getting like 3 seconds here. Because one character was not enough for John DiMaggio.
I mean, that's just in anything he does, though. You
Really
got
true.
you got John DiMaggio. It's like having Troy Baker. You stick him in everything.
Just imagine if they went with Sabat, though. Like, all characters, Sabat. Yeah, Titus, Sabat. Kimari, Sabat.
I mean,
Riku,
it'd be like watching an episode of Dragon Ball. I'm cool with that.
Except for all the characters would turn into All Might here, because that's like the one voice he remembers how to do besides Vegeta.
Holy stinking super crap.
If you guys have played the new Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, it gets really noticeable there. We're going into the machine down here, and we've got one more puzzle, a machine puzzle, that I think you were saying you need a little bit of focus for, because you have to time it when you stop it.
Counting numbers
it's actually
is
going to
hard.
lead us. Yeah, he's got to count how many rotations and when to stop it. And what it's going to do is we're going to be able to climb up on it and go get the 2 items that really break the ever-loving shit out of this game. And after this scene, we're going to see our angry little blue boy come out and just go complete Incredible Hulk on everyone. Until he can go to the top layer on the back there. And like I said, I'm on a delay, so let me know when I can stop explaining on it. He steps on this platform, and Yuna gets to climb up the machine, go back and open up the chest, and then since He's stuck all the way back over here. Riku is going to come in and step on it for him on the other side, and he's going to signal when to stop it, so he can go to a lower level and make it out of here towards another chest. And everyone, whenever he's grabbing that other chest on the outside, be sure to take a look, because it's a fun little face that the building looks like.
The building makes a face? I've never noticed.
I thought I called it out the last couple of times you ran this, but it's hilarious what the outside of the building looks like.
This is gonna be one of those Rorschach things, isn't it, where you see a face, I'm gonna look at it and see like a pie.
Probably. Two butterflies either mating or fighting, you're not really sure which. Okay. Are you done counting? I can't tell yet.
Not quite.
Okay, so like Volbeat, we're still counting all the assholes in the room.
I am definitely not alone.
Surely I'm not alone.
All right, we are good counting now, because we can set up.
Okay, yeah, on stream there, it looked like the door was a little face, and then it had two eyes up above it, and it's just the most surprised little round boy I've ever seen.
See, but now I have a question for you guys.
All right.
We talked about who's the best boy in Fire Emblem, but who's best girl?
Controller? Hello? That's a problem.
I haven't played any. I've only played Shadow Dragon, 7, a little bit of Awakening, and then 3 Houses.
That's fine, but who's best girl?
Petra or the main girl from 7, who I can't remember her name. Lynn. Either Petra or Lynn. Net is also a good one up there too. Any of the women in 3 Houses are pretty badass, and it's hard to go wrong there. Except for Edelgard.
I'm gonna get flamed out of the room. I'm picking Lucina.
You are not gonna get flamed out of the room, because that is the correct answer.
Oh ho ho ho.
Quo knows this, because Quo was getting the Snapchats the whole time. I may or may not have a piece down the side of my thigh of the parallel falchion.
Nice.
Erica too. I spammed her. But yeah, I have a Fire Emblem Awakening tattoo.
None of mine are video game themed. I know, Silent Hero, you have a fun one on your forearm there.
I also have one on my forearm.
I've got the Final Fantasy 13 Lassie brand surrounded by Yevon script on my left arm, and on my right arm I've got the Hylian crest.
You are correct, Tayman. I agree. No, I only have 2 right now. I have the piece on my thigh, which is Lucina's parallel falchion on a bed of daisies with blue butterflies.
That sounds beautiful.
It is absolutely gorgeous. It's fucking phenomenal. The artist that did it was oof. And then I have on my arm, I have a book quote.
What's the book quote?
So long. It is so long, and thanks for all the fish.
Nice. Excellent choice.
Let's see how many people in chat know what book that's from.
Sorry, I'm going ahead.
It also happens to be a movie.
You have your...
Do I have a picture of it?
With so many things woven together
that I can post in Twitch chat?
What could be waiting where the threads meet?
That's a very important distinction to make.
Well, I have pictures of it. I just don't know if I've got them uploaded anywhere that I can make a link out of, or if they're just all saved to my phone.
So coming up, we've got Flan in the party. He's angry. He's ready to unleash. And what better target than Dark Bahamut?
He's also still, what, level 2?
He's level 9, but...
level 9.
Yeah, this is a level 9 Flan.
And he's our DPS for the rest of the run.
You know what I can do?
So let's let him loose here. So they're hitting for 4,000.
I'll send it to CJ and
Flan is gonna hit for 10,000.
It's a casual.
Oh, I could add it to the IckaAid general? That works, yeah. I'll go ahead and do that, surely, and then I can post the link.
Shoutouts to Flan.
Why is this happening? I wish you were here with me.
Okay, I posted it in Shirley's Discord per her request.
Thank you, Payne. You were right.
Copy link. Drop that here.
That looks nice.
Uh-huh. The daisies are a little more yellow now because they're quite red in the picture. They were not very happy with me.
You think it...
I'll have to check after the run.
Yeah, you're fine.
If I click out of the menu at this point, everything's gonna blow up.
Yes.
What?
Not.
It must have fled in.
No, it is an absolutely gorgeous tattoo. So if you all ever find yourself in Florida, I know a good artist.
Florida's not too far away.
Hey, there you go.
Tennessee native.
Oh, that's not that bad. It's probably, what, a 10-hour drive down to Tampa?
Falling away.
Roundabouts, yeah. Depends on how zesty I'm feeling when I'm driving that day.
Yeah, I can drive 10 hours and still be in my same state, unfortunately.
Alright, CJ knew what it was from, Azaro knew what it was from, Sun knew what it was from. Yeah. So since it was posted in the chat, yeah, the quote on my arm is from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It is a book and a movie, and the quote, "So long and thanks for all the fish," relates to the opening of the book and the movie, which is the last thing the dolphins ever said to us.
The important question we have to ask now, did you remember to bring your towel?
Actually, it's on the couch behind me.
You should never leave the house without a towel. Right now, you shouldn't leave the house in general, but if you do, bring a towel.
Bring a towel.
Controller, what the fuck, dude? Am I gonna have to switch over to fucking keyboard and mouse for the rest of this run?
That's just that's an RNG setup for the next game. That's what that is. It's a tech malfunction.
But it's all right. Luckily,
Guess you're friendly.
any fiends they Waka in the
Also, RJ, thank you for loving me, for being my eyes when I couldn't see, for parting my lips when I couldn't breathe. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so close.
What you up to?
I should probably mute myself. I'm gonna yell at video games. Whoops.
It's okay. I've been on podcasts before where I was playing like DK64 and then just randomly, get in the fucking hole, you stupid beaver! It's one of the best random things you can have yelled too.
Just out of context.
We just, every time Silent Hero's controller breaks from now on in the run, Beaver in the chat.
Yes.
Waka.
Wouldn't want you.
Since we haven't covered enough controversial topics,
oh no,
what do you guys in chat think about Final Fantasy X-3 or the audio drama?
That doesn't exist.
There was an audio drama and I haven't heard it.
Oh, it's Japanese only, but oh boy.
I am sure there's an English fan translation fucking somewhere.
There is, and it's fucking atrocious. It's a goddamn abomination.
It's weird. like much faster than most Final Fantasy games. Like, they all have that point where it's like, okay, and now we're going to take a sharp left turn to what the fuck still. This one just starts out there, and it trucks right the hell off.
I got this transition earlier. Why can't I get it now?
Actually, I don't take the shits. I just stir them.
Talk about.
That sounds like a problem. You need more fiber, sir.
Yeah, but right now with the toilet paper shortage, it's really helping.
All right.
Moving on.
Fucking beavers.
Fucking beavers. Quo says there's nothing says final more than Final Fantasy X-3. I say nothing sounds better or more final than the fact that we need $485 to get Quo to read us bedtime stories in French.
Not the smoothest segue, but I'll take it.
It's fine. I just needed a way to. I just wanted to make an excuse to plug that again, because the more I say it, the more people will want me to stop saying it. So the more likely they are to give me money to shut me up.
Hey, I like that strategy.
The logic checks out. Yeah, this is the spot where we were talking about earlier, where when we give it to New Yevon, I don't remember what the it is, so I'm going to leave that nice little double entendre. We would have to fight random battles, or not random, but we'd have to fight fixed battles through here. This is Donna, who, if you recall from the first game, was not really Titus's best friend.
You!
She's not really anybody's best friend besides Bartello.
There's a hidden path through.
And let's be honest, he wanted more of Auron than her.
He really did. And I mean, can you blame him?
No. So, fun fact, while we're talking about Auron, who is in this game somewhere. We're not going to see him, but he's in the game.
We're going to hear him.
Yeah. In Final Fantasy X, the reason his English lines sound so much better than everyone else's is because the voice actors were intentionally delaying their speech to try and match up with the lip sync, whereas since his face is covered up the whole time, he didn't have to do that.
I did not know that. That's genius, actually, and it makes so much sense.
Donna said.
That's why Yuna has fucking William Shatnerism during the whole game. And Auron sounds like a normal fucking person.
You got a hyena laugh, but you didn't get a snort, so I'm still in the lead.
No, this is actually Silent Tremor that got a hyena laugh. Because he somehow picked up on the one thing that Quo hates more than anything else and is posting it in the chat. And I am so proud of him.
Oh my god. Yeah, Tremor's good at finding the buttons to push. He's one of my regulars that
sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse, but
firmly supplanted himself.
See, here's the thing though, is I put that in the chat as a joke, and only Quo and Shuli would get that joke because of what it was, and somehow Tremor caught on of what I was doing and is now just posting it in the chat. And it's yelling me. Oh man, Joel. So I found a meme like 2-3 months, like almost 3 months ago now, of someone who took the Owo face and translated it, like conjugated it in French, like into French verbs.
Yeah, I was putting it together that that was a French Owo.
And I sent it to Quo and he fucking hates it. There was a second one from the same person that did the word yeet.
Well, see, if you just do jeet, I'm from the south. That just means did you eat?
I know, but it just it clicked. But yeah, we occasionally bring that meme back up. And it's always in opportunities like this. If I ever get enough subs on my channel, my that'll be my second emote is a Joe emote. Deal. I got y'all.
And someone's got to come in with the ooh woo as well. It's not enough just to have you got to have ooh woo.
Technically, my other emote is an ooh woo.
Amazing.
Of some manner or form. It is an ooh face with the bear Snapchat filter on top of it.
Okay. This is the part where I always end up forgetting about an entire Dark Aeon. We're going up to fight Dark Hitler. Forget and want to say that we're starting to predict pedestals for Dark Ixion. But we got Dark Ifrit coming up.
Yeah, we got to pet the puppy first.
Yeah. He's not too fluffy.
Oh, and Shuli, since you're in the chat, a good reaction image for Quo to have is my Krillin emote, so drop that.
That is kind of the perfect face to respond to anything, really.
I do it all the time to him. That is my perfected reaction emote. It's so multi-purpose.
I have this one.
Oh, the sand shrew.
Oh, so the funny thing is that's technically Quo's emote. But I wanted to use it so bad that he gave me the file for it so I could upload it as mine.
Amazing.
So I have it to use. My friend has this emote, which is entirely relevant with how much people are playing Animal Crossing.
Fucking raccoon. That's what I was doing for the whole hour before we hopped into the pre-stream. Was paying off my damn debt to that fucking loan shark.
Yes, another snort. Let's go.
That's $3 for anyone who took that incentive.
I don't even care about my time anymore. Now I want to get the high score for snorts.
Yeah, the 80% snort route.
Yeah. Do I have any other really good emotes off of the random people that I'm subbed to that no one else is?
Speaking of Animal Crossing, does it bother anyone else that you and all the other animals wear clothes, yet Timmy and Tommy are just strutting around their shop in aprons?
I mean, technically, Tom Nook has no pants.
It's true. He's Winnie the Poohing it up.
KK Slider doesn't wear clothes either, does he?
No, KK Slider doesn't wear clothes. He has a guitar.
He's a performance piece, though, so I guess
he's got a guitar.
It's part of his act.
KK Slider, it's sexy. With Tom Nook, it's like that drunk uncle who came over to Thanksgiving and took off his pants for the football game afterwards. Thank you for finishing up the Deadpool joke there, Good. Didn't want to say it just because I'm trying to be a good boy, but you finished up where I was going.
Save that.
Oh, here. I have this one. I forgot about this one. This is my friend Hack.
Oh, dude, sorry.
Here we go.
I'm not.
Everything's fine.
Well, this is fine.
Is that a goofy everything's fine?
Yep.
Yes.
Which means Donald's somewhere not casting fucking heal or cure.
Oh man, you missed that comment. Oh man. I don't think it was in here, but I was talking to somebody earlier, and my roommate was playing Final Fantasy XIV behind me, and I just hear my name, turn around, and the healer in his party was dressed like Donald fucking Duck.
Oh my god. Like missing pants and everything?
The pants were white to make their legs white so that it looked like Donald legs.
So they had higher confidence in the team.
But they had a blue shirt with a white bow tie, a little fucking sailor hat, white pants, and yellow fucking boots. And they were a fucking healer.
And they didn't heal a single person and just spam cast Blizzaga.
We just talked over it, but he was doing one of the other high RNG sections, along with the numbers at the beginning of the game. We had pillars before Dark Ixion, and it took him, what was that, 3 shots right there?
Yeah, that was 3 pillars.
That was a 3 pillar. It can be anywhere from 1 to 5. It's a random one chosen at file creation. And yeah, we always like to make bets on that, but we were having too much fun because it's fun.
Because this has been a completely degen run from the word go.
When you and I were in the room, it was kind of going in that direction anyways.
Oh yeah.
Alright, we got an hour left. We got an hour left, $485. Where's the French pack?
Come on, we got to start downloading it now. You know how long it takes to get stuff off PlayStation Network.
Yeah.
Especially now they've slowed down the speeds even further.
Have you noticed that too?
Oh, they flat out said they did because of the higher volume of people downloading stuff.
How many gun emotes do my friends have? I have these 2. Do I have another one?
Oh, another hole. I wonder what's down there.
Me on a Friday night. Oh, another hole.
Did I ever upload my emote? That's a good question, because mine was a gun.
It was as though all the secrets in the world might be hidden in its depths. But something
I need
told
this
me
one for when Quo goes back to running Splatoon.
Get back! Huh?
The gun is taped on. So normally, this is where... oh, guys, I'm in trouble. My fiance heard that joke. This is normally where we would set up the second cutscene buffer to skip 1,000 words. But again, you all were very, very gracious with your donations. And we will not be skipping 1,000 words. We will actually watch it.
Open your eyes.
And try not to degen over top of it, I guess, since you guys did pay to see it.
Nah, it's fine. Let's all just mute ourselves till it's over.
It's really the safest way.
Oh no, Shuli's posting love. She's been drinking.
The end is not far now.
You can't hear nonsense and it makes you sad. Well, if you like this nonsense, you can get more of this Monday through Thursday at twitch.tv/SilentHero live.
Huh?
Our wills.
Then
He's kidding.
occasionally on Sunday we do
all right?
the podcast as well, where it's
Four of us go way back.
much more like this format. Just
Very
a bunch of goobers making
It's under
jokes.
control.
Take care of things topside.
Anyone else see Yuna in that scene and remember the Skull Kid from Majora's Mask just hugging his fairies?
Questions, but more than anything,
That's what I always think of whenever she's holding those two spheres there.
I'm just
Just
angry.
tattle and tail, keeping her warm in a
One thing
rainstorm.
after another, and I'm already confused to begin with. Hey, where am I?
I'm dropping my Doritos everywhere. I mean Twitch links.
Oh, me and Quo went to do the same thing at the same time. Hey.
CJ said what I was thinking. Oh, did you just put together that the two fairies in Majora's Mask spell out Tattletale?
I'm all alone.
Yep, that's the joke.
Where are you?
Navi in Ocarina of Time, short for Navigator.
Mm-hmm.
Remember one whistle?
Yep, only one.
One more.
If you whistle multiple times, it stretches out the length of the scene. And we don't want to do that. So we want to go fast. At least, you know, when you're paying attention to the run and not degenning.
Come in, Yuna. Yuna!
Should pay a little bit of attention just to watch for us.
Spast.
Yuna, reporting in.
I'm on autopilot. I got this.
Hey, listen.
Holy shit, that means the W on Warrior. Oh my god.
Revelations being made.
Uni!
Now the one time we actually need to go to the bridge and not, or the deck rather, and all the times that I accidentally do it by mashing.
I also love, and we missed it way early on, I should have drew attention to it then. Shinra is not only a reference to FF7, but he also has a reference to Link's Awakening.
He does?
Oh no, I'm just a kid line. Because that's what the kids tell you about Madame Bow Wow's dog being stolen.
I'm just a
Say
kid.
whenever you ask them, yeah, whenever they're giving you the tutorial phrases, what does that mean? I don't know, I'm just a kid. Another little Final Fantasy to Zelda crossover, aside from the changed gravestone in the updated versions of FF1.
Here lies Link.
It'll always say Erdrick to me. Waluigi's upside down L is the finger and a thumb in the shape of an L on his forehead.
No,
Because
don't
the
you
years start
dare.
coming and they don't stop coming.
Don't you dare.
That is the one where you were inside of Cetacea from Dragon Quest XI.
All right, it's time for Breach's favorite section of the run.
What was that? The nightmare face Riku makes? Or
Goober Chase 2020.
Goober Chase 2020. Forgot about little Gobley or Mobley, Tobley. I get it right eventually.
Hey, you
Dude who's got a mask on to make him look like a duck while he runs away from all these people he robbed.
And sounds like he's voiced by Rob Paulson, but he's not.
I always thought he was a penguin at first, and then I'm like, no, wait, there's very limited anthropomorphic animals in this game. Yeah, we're gonna throw a concert to try and skipping all the cutscenes makes the story make sense. Now we're trying to throw a concert to get Shuyin's attention. That's the bad guy that we've not really heard about because we skipped all the cutscenes where they talk about him. And we need a promoter to get the word out about our indie show.
And unfortunately, the only concert promoter in all of Spira owes money to the mob.
Yep.
So we kind of got to protect him from the mob. Things are not going well for you, I take. It's like the third heavy sigh in a row.
I can't say anything without ruining DGen hours at 3 a.m., but I am so close to getting what I've been practicing for an hour and 50 minutes. And there's just one little thing that I keep messing up.
Remember to eat the fish.
Always eat the fish.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Go take it.
Shut up, Kenny.
I have a reputation for being funny.
CJ, if you come in here and tell CJ stories, and we get money for it, please.
Coming up on the point in the guide script, maybe we just passed it, I said delay, where the trigger is called Idiot Punches Tree.
No, we're not quite there yet. That's my favorite part of this sequence.
We're coming up on it. It's a trick that rivals Purple Idiot Skip in Super Mario Galaxy 2, where, well, it'll play out for itself and you'll understand.
If you're wondering why we're cackling like idiots, I'm on the inside of an inside joke now, so.
Yeah, the only other people that know are the ones directly involved in Quao, and we're keeping it a secret from everybody, except for it was just you. It was just too good. I had to let you know after that.
Except for me now.
Yeah.
He says totally.
We won't even tell Breach. Breach has to wait till 3 a.m. to find out.
Oh, we're already staying up past my bedtime for this, so that's probably not gonna happen.
Breach is an old man.
Old man hours.
Real DJ hours.
That's why we brought real DGen hours to the nightly news time slot.
Yeah. Well, no, this was the nightly news with Breach. He's giving us all this information about Final Fantasy.
And here's like punching the tree here.
It punches tree.
So why are you punching a tree here?
Well, this guy's punching a tree because he's angry. And then then a small child falls out of the tree and just straight up fucking kills him.
It went right into the soft spot there.
He's dead. Like, look at him. He's not even breathing. That dude is dead. A coconut the size of a small child landed on his head.
this were FF7, we could check his body and grab a potion off him.
And I have real concerns that he's not going to move out of the way of that
Ask
shoe
Kelsey
puff.
to make you one. I know. Kelsey's specialty is chocolate.
Coconuts kill more people annually than sharks.
I believe that. Cows certainly do.
Hi, what can I do?
See, he sounds like Rob Paulson.
Spectacular! I most definitely... Yep. A minor detail.
Like that's 100% like someone trying to do a Yakko voice.
I feel like Tobly is what happens
Simple, leave it to me.
whenever they let Nomura start designing the characters, and then halfway through they're like, okay, dude, you've gone too far. Take the belts off, and this is what we get.
I don't know, but this just got weird.
Brother's orders.
Now is when it's getting weird.
We were weird way before just now. Oh, is it Rob Paulson? I always thought that it wasn't, and just it was a very good sound-alike.
Homelands now.
His name was Robert Paulson.
All right, dance minigame time. AKA time for me to rest my thumbs from mashing through text.
Hey, Uni, hurry up and change.
Here's a Fight Club quote from CJ. I used to look at pornography. Now I look at the IKEA collection.
What the fuck is happening? Magic is happening, Dale. Absolute 100% uncut.
We started DGen hours without you, Dale.
Uncut Nicaraguan hype.
FFDDR. Without the prompts or the button presses.
And I intentionally put the camera on her midriff.
It's almost time. Do you think
Like
people will show
backup dancers in an Usher video.
Betcha.
I don't even think they're putting in that level of enthusiasm.
What are you gonna say?
Like backup dancers for Christina Aguilera.
She's got TV shows now.
You had to think about that one for a minute.
Wow,
I
did you
really did.
It's more like I felt it. I can hear it echoing inside me.
Len?
Hey, Pocket Death with the 6-party raid. Welcome, Raiders.
But I'm learning
Welcome to
more.
DGen Hours, where we play Final Fantasy X-2 really quickly.
Pieces of her memories keep pouring in. It's like I can feel what she was feeling.
Thus shall Len's scattered
Thoughts
thoughts
are without anything
be
planned.
woven into
It's like any
bittersweet
Guns N' Roses
song.
show ever.
Something like that?
Hey, that was poetic.
It's the Montreal riot of 94.
We'll be
Or 84?
arriving soon.
When was that?
After Buddy drops
Whatever.
us off,
Doesn't
I don't even know what the
the
fuck
others
you're
will
talking
take
about
care
right
of
now.
spectators. So we won't be able to board for a while.
Son of Erdrix said, now we learn that we have a concert without anything planned. And I tried to make a
That's a
historical
good question.
What's a good question?
I'm asking Chloe a question.
Oh. All right, so before we can put on a concert, we've got a little bit of a problem.
We've got a sticky.
As the High Pillow says, we got a sticky situation. There's an angry lizard that's kind of made its home here where we're going to put all the people. So we should probably take care of that. Although I think it would make the concert more interesting to have him stomping around. The promoter wants us to take care of it first.
Free concert.
I mean, he'll start your pit for you.
Exactly. And what's a concert without a pit? Not one I want to go to, that's for damn sure.
Oh. And I will point out, a surprising number of good pace runs end up dying here to Salamander.
It's a bit of a meme in the 10-2 community because this boss is absolutely free. To the point that you let your guard down, and then sometimes you're not paying attention and he crits you, and you lose your run to the freest boss in the game.
So the meme is you're not a 10-2 runner until you've lost a run to Salamander.
Alright.
And this is unfortunately a fight that our good buddy Flan is completely useless.
Because Salamander is immune to magic.
I need to stick around after the run. I can handle that, I believe. The mic is leaking? That sounds dangerous. Mic shouldn't leak. I think you need a new mic.
No, it's my mic is a little sensitive sometimes, and it was picking up my roommates behind me.
Oh, I can completely empathize with that.
It's 8 p.m. Time to vacuum the dog.
That has never happened in the middle of a podcast after I told everyone in the house, hey, I just need to be quiet for a couple hours here. So let me be. Oh, we'll vacuum the dog right outside the door here that's, 5 feet away from the mic. Wish that was a joke.
Nah, I live with 5 other people, and it just gets noisy in the living room sometimes, and it'll just come through on my mic.
5? Good God.
So that's too many damn people.
It's
under the 10 count, but...
I mean, Kenny can attest. He's been in my house. It's a pretty big it's a big house.
Here too?
Like, we have lots of room.
Shredding dog, you vacuum some of the air off it with a brush attachment.
Yeah, no, it's me, my fiance, one of my friends that I've known since high school, her boyfriend, and then another friend that I've known for like 6 years, and another one of our friends of like 7 years. Like, we've all known each other for years. But it's like a 2,000 square foot house, 4 bedrooms.
All right, you donated for it. You wanted the concert. You got the concert.
Yes.
The real question is, do we Mystery Science Theater 3000 this, or let it be?
Let's let it be. People wanted to see this.
Okay.
Words were like a dream, but dreams could never fool me.
If someone slips in a $50 donation right now, I will sing along.
I acted so distant then, didn't say goodbye before you left, but I was listening. You'll fight your battles far from me, far too easily. Save your tears, 'cause I'll come back. I could hear that you whispered as you walked through that door, but still I swore to hide the pain when I turned back the pages.
100% proof of have a $50 dono rating. Will that count? I'll count it. Let's go. My eyes out and begged you not to depart. But now I'm not afraid to say what's in my heart. 'Cause 1,000 words call out through the ages. They'll fly to you. Even though I can't see, I know they're reaching you. Suspended on silver wings. Oh, 1,000 words, 1,000 embraces will cradle you. All of your weary days seem far away. They'll hold you forever. Oh, 1,000 words have never been spoken. They'll fly to you. They'll carry you home and back into my arms. Suspended on silver wings. On silver wings. 1,000 words call out through the ages. Cradle you. Turning all of the lonely years to only days. Only days. Hold you forever. 1,000 words. You can thank Shuley for that.
I need to get you a soprano to do the higher notes, but good job, dude. Good job.
It's surprisingly difficult to duet with yourself.
Oh, there's a joke in there, and I need a little alcohol before I'm prepared to make it.
Impressive.
Proof is on Snapchat, and I'm the happiest fucking camper.
Could change the world. Whoever came up with this is a genius.
He's got good taste.
Let's check the snap.
Guess I'm a genius too for fixing it.
There it is. Yep, it's lined up, ready to go. I see it.
I don't think he can hear us.
No response.
Some genius.
Yuji!
If you're done playing, let's go.
Chill out.
Lost your nerve?
Hey, we're talking about Vegnagon. How the heck do you fight that thing?
So we are approaching the end game. We've got the last little bit.
Or making it mad.
Basically, a last little boss gauntlet. So,
If it doesn't work,
if you're going to sneak in any more donations, either from my singing, or to hear Quo read things in French, now is your time to sneak it in because we are coming to the very end.
Yes. We are at $2,015. Quo has agreed to read us bedtime stories in French if we reach 2.5K. But if anybody... Excuse me. If anybody just goes ahead and throws in some donations right now, maybe we can get to 2,100 and I can get them to just say something in French to satisfy the viewers.
There you go, you heard it. So take out those donations, spit on them, and just shove them right in there.
First,
For every $100 we get, he'll say an extra sentence. It'll be great.
I have to tell him how Len felt.
Yes, I'm volunteering you for stuff. No, you're not getting out of it. If we reach 2100, I want you to say a line in French.
How much to do go the fuck to sleep in French?
I think that's the 2500 goal, but he would have to translate it. Or I'd have to find a French translation of it, which would suck.
Which would suck.
We just want to go 2500 or nothing? Alright. That's fine.
It doesn't need to rhyme.
It's the thought that counts.
To answer your question back there, Silver Mike, Yuna thought she was hunting down Titus. She saw what she thought was Titus, and it turned out to be Shuyin, a ghost from 1,000 years ago. Connects with his lost love Len, who kind of looks like Yuna, and it's got a lot of that Final Fantasy weirdness to it.
Yeah, it turns out that Titus was a dream called up that was meant to be Shuyin, but in the replication process kind of got scrambled up a little bit. Shuyin is the original citizen of Xanarkand. There we go. Yeah, my brain just fucking died straight up. It was just like, yeah, he was the original citizen of Xanarkand, and when the Faith were remaking people and they made Titus, they used him as the graph, basically.
You do have a little bit of a boss gauntlet coming up here.
A little bit? How about like 6 bosses?
Well, there's a puzzle in between there.
That's true.
So we got Dark Shiva, Dark Anima, and the Dark Magus sisters. Dark Yojimbo is fucking off. They didn't pay him enough money to be in this game.
He's in it. We just don't deal with him. You gotta go find him. He doesn't volunteer his services.
I think you're a private dancer, but he's dancing for money.
Well, his son's at home.
Lying all alone on the bedroom floor because he's hungry.
And the only way to feed him.
Look with a man for a little bit of money because his daddy's gone. So we're smoking rock now. In and out of lockdown. I got a job now.
So for you, this is just a good time.
It's just a good time.
But for me,
it's what I call life. Oh, we are beat poetry speaking it. Huge difference. It's all in the tone.
You get down.
I'm trying.
Get down with your bad self.
My cat unplugged my PlayStation earlier. I was very angry.
Oh no.
He likes to hide behind my monitor when I'm on my computer.
Behind the monitor, I guess all the cords are back there. It could be on top of the keyboard while you're using it.
He's too big for that. He was chewing on my Switch earlier too, so he's actually like...
Did we just get hit with Pasado?
We did, yes. And it almost took out Goon in one shot.
Pasado's that time-wasting move we were talking about earlier where it lasts forever and there's really nothing you can do about it besides just wait for it to be over. And Goon is down. I don't think is going to affect anything. It's when Flan goes down that problems happen.
Yeah.
is. Because the experience Flynn gets in these 3 fights here make true final boss Tail.
Alright, the B is gone. That's the problem. There we go.
And Mega Sisters down.
Yeah, Mega Sisters are definitely the worst fight to deal with. Another joy of running on PC version, though, is the game auto-saves every time you sneeze. So even if you do die there, you don't lose anything. Well, you lose a little bit of time, obviously, because you gotta start the fight over, but you don't lose the whole run.
Which is why if you're gonna do the HD version, do it on PC, because you do not get that luxury on console. Cindy, Minnie, and Sandy started out in 4. They might show up in the after years.
Yeah, their first appearance was Final Fantasy IV. They brought them back for 10.
And 6 had a mechanic like them with the Dream Goons. The Dream Stooges.
Yeah, the Stooges. They weren't the Mega Sisters, but they had a Mega Sister mechanic.
And Seymour's mom.
Who, for some reason, has a Catholic rosary on her neck.
You know, it's a departure from Yevon.
I know it's actually just Seymour's mom on the necklace, but it looks like... It looks like a Catholic rosary.
I still think it's funny that you can get Anima and then summon her against Seymour later on.
And there's text for it, is the better part.
Yeah. It's the ultimate irony. It's like in the South Park game, using the Mr. Slave summon while you're in the inside Mr. Slave section.
Hey!
Think about it too hard.
Alright, let's see if I get troll pattern for the Melody Gate. I almost always do. Yep, got troll pattern. It looks like you can go through, and then it's like, nope.
How long until time, by the way, so I can make sure I'm ready?
Oh, you'll know in a significant amount of time when time's coming up.
Yeah, we've got a whole puzzle and then 3 to 4, I have air quotes, boss fights.
You gotta play the piano first. I hope you know your scales.
This one, like, for all the tone deaf kids, I'm sorry for what you had to go through in the early 2000s. Because this puzzle, I've only done the speed run of this, so I'm not sure where you would get the answer for this earlier. It baffles me how it makes sense. I don't know, I'm used to piano puzzles like in Phantasy Star, where you have an NPC teach you how to play the piano, and then you cast it as a spell. Here you have to go full Sound of Music on it with your do-re-mis and get all 7 children lined up perfect. Well, 8 children on the scale there. And then it gets worse, because you move on to a section that I can only imagine the intended route was trial and error, because you have to jump onto moving platforms that take you to other platforms and branching routes to step on other ones that make the musical tones. But it doesn't tell you which one makes which tone. So you have to play that song in order on the jumping platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all...
This is one where if he screws it up at all, he has to fight an extra boss and then do it again.
Look, we'll tell New
Which basically means that I Alt F4 and reload from the autosave.
It's faster to do that than to fight the boss. Because the autosave comes in right after this cutscene with Team Rocket.
It's from 2 years ago.
I'll watch it.
If you're playing on console,
You should watch.
your last save opportunity was back after Dark Anima there.
Yup. Well, you do get a chance to save like right here at the melody.
For fun.
But yeah, it's rough on console.
Me?
You gotta roll back through like 5 minutes of cutscenes if you die on any of the final boss gauntlets.
Real, I want to fly.
But that's why you run it on PC, so you don't have to worry about that.
Then. And maybe
Exactly.
I'll try my hand at navigation. Then I'll be engineer. Nooch?
Here we get, since we did the speed run, our first little backstory of Pain and how she used to run around with these goobers.
An amateur be captain.
If you're playing the game normally, you'll get a lot more into her character rather than just random girls showing up because they didn't want to have Lulu in the party again.
What's our time at, anyways? I can't see.
You're at 2:21, yeah.
All right, not bad.
What happened to... She's in...
For marathon, anyways.
Your captain and...
This section is where scaling the heights, he's got to play the melody on the moving platforms, and that takes a fair bit of concentration.
Yes, I'm actually going to let Breach handle the commentary here while I focus on making sure that I jump on the right platforms.
It's a really dangerous thing. I will bring up how there's a full PDF written, well, not PDF, Word document written route out for the speed game that for the longest time was incorrect on how to handle the last section of the game, namely after this puzzle. So whenever I was doing it, I went into the final boss gauntlet, and it says to take off your garment grid that you have for Flan, which you shouldn't do, because that's where all his damage is coming from. So I go into it, and I just get stomped. Like getting my ass kicked and making it look like it was my idea to happen. And so I'm asking SilentHero, like, what's going on with this? Why is this not working? It should work. And he's like, no, the guide's wrong. And that mentally in my head, that registered as I'm not doing, or I was reading the guide wrong, when it was literally, no, the guide is wrong. It tells you not what to do correctly. Words, they're hard. Trying to come up with enough of them to fill up a blank space, and you don't have jokes to bounce off of, and you're trying not to make some other goober laugh in case he screws up. But he's at the point where it's playing all the melodies, so it doesn't matter. This is the part where if you got it wrong, it would spit basically Tiamat from FF12 at you.
Yeah,
and say, do it again, you shit.
Yeah, it summons a super boss that even with God Flan, we don't have the ability to kill.
Really, survivability is our problem with that. Because when God Flan goes down, the DPS goes away.
Yeah. We've reached the part of the game where we're supposed to be really leveled and have, top tier abilities and equipment and stuff like that, and we're running in with a Flan and a couple of goons. So
you're supposed to be, using the girls, having multiple garment grids that you switch in battle. Not here. We're coming up on one of the best cutscenes, though. Or at least one of the best lines in the game.
One of the best lines, for sure.
Your final boss is a giant mechanical flea.
So we did reach 2,100. I have an $85 donation from Anonymous from 5 minutes ago that says, so the Wendy's manager was like, you gotta clean that up. And I was like, they're your hamburgers, you clean them up. Artemis was all bummed out about something I did to myself with the onions, and now she won't talk to me.
I feel as though that is in reference to something, and I have completely missed it.
Same?
It's still out there enough that I'm laughing at it.
I appreciate your donation, though. Thank you for your generosity.
I have a plan.
Oh, it's an Always Sunny reference.
It's an Always Sunny reference, which is the last time I checked Erica's favorite TV show, so what mattered is that Erica got that reference.
Shuyan will abandon Barrel Eye, and then he'll come back for me.
What then?
I will die. My body has already been rigged. I'm taking Shuyan
So
with me.
just shout out to that username, Jumbo Bonerstorm. I think he's the username of the night.
I just saw it.
But you're our captain.
Exactly.
I don't know why, but mentally in my head, it's flashing through like the old Simpsons where Bart's trying to get the video game, and the commercial was like, "Tell your parents, buy me Bone Storm or go to hell." And I'm reading that as, "Buy me Boner Storm or go to hell." And it's just making it better.
Think about it. It's no different than what we did 2 years ago. We destroyed our own allies. We destroyed the Aeons who had fought together with us at our side. We didn't have a
So
choice.
this is where Yuna calls out the scriptwriter for trying to reuse the same plotline as the last game.
I don't like your plan.
Do you know
It
what it
sucks.
felt like to watch them die?
Tried it. It didn't work.
Right before my eyes. It was the only thing we could do.
It's
it was the only
dumber than
choice.
hell.
I gave in. I accepted. I believed. I allowed it to be
My
true.
money and I need it now.
I thought I'd be able to go through with it without
Wait.
ever doubting myself. But
Call Silent Hero 877 sub now.
There you go.
It's your money and I need it now.
So that we can hear
everyone was so happy.
bedtime stories in French.
Great job, Yuna. You
We
did.
we don't
You saved
have
us
much longer for that.
We got about, 10 minutes to get $400 more to hear bedtime stories in French?
And I know
Probably about 10.
that I was smiling too.
Yeah, about 10.
We just need a wealthy oil baron to be like,
But
this is the stream. This is the one.
This is my moment.
The people who should be here aren't. The ones who should be smiling with me aren't here.
We had no choice.
There's Aaron. We got to hear him for a second.
We had no choice. Always we had no choice.
The rich
Those were
oil
magic
baron from The
words we repeat them
Simpsons.
to ourselves again and
CJ?
again, but you know, the magic never worked.
Need a random Yosemite Sam pistols firing off in the air with that.
Thank you, Coke Gaming.
Sorry.
See, you should be running Cluster Truck right now.
This anymore.
Is what you should be doing. Their developer likes to stock their speedrunners.
Oh.
They'll just show up randomly.
I don't want friends to die or fade away.
Now, if only the
I don't want
developer of
battles where we
Snaky
have to
Bus would
lose
do
in order
that.
to win.
Oh, Snaky Bus. That fucking game.
Snaky Bus is the true video game.
It's not false advertising either. It's exactly what it purports to
What
be.
you mean to do. Give me your resolve. Believe in Yuna.
So you...
It's really hard to find on Steam, oddly enough.
That's plan B.
It didn't get pulled, did it?
No matter how monstrous it looks, so we can...
Oh, I'm saying something that is what it says it is.
Oh. I thought you were saying Snaky Bus was hard to find on Steam. I was like, oh god.
And there never was the wait like a...
No, it's no Poker Night 2.
Vegnagon can be...
Still salty about that one.
Cause people...
Is it one of those you can still play if you had it downloaded, but it's just gone from the Aether? Like Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah. Yeah, same with Tales from the Borderlands. All those... Most of the Telltale games.
Witness.
I think it's either Wolf Among Us or...
Oh.
Everything okay?
Yeah, no, the game I'm playing in the background. I was
far to bring Len...
doing something and went to pause it so that I could be ready for time, and it just was like...
KC Beavers, gotcha.
Fucking beavers! Yeah, after this lengthy ass cutscene, we've got the final boss, which is busted up into different sections. We start with tail, and then we do leg, core, head, and then we take on Shuyin.
This is Vegnagun, the giant Machina flea. And this may be why the Yevonites were saying that forbidden Machina is what made Yevon mad and brought about sin. Because they had this just sitting under Bavel. And Shuyin wants to awaken it and kill everybody because reasons. Mainly because they killed Led. And him.
And the first of the boss gauntlet is Tail. We jokingly call Tail true final boss. Because there's about 8 different ways that fight can go sideways with a quickness.
The rest of them are pretty free. This leg has can be tricky. But the rest of the fights are basically free. See if we get that rare poison tick on damage hit.
Yeah, it's not really a glitch because it is intended, but you can have some very unfortunate luck with how Tail's first attack comes out.
We can do this. We need to split up.
Basically, the first attack is a full party AoE swipe. It's supposed to do what, 1800 damage?
No,
or 1600?
1250.
Okay, let's go.
That's right. It's 1800 if it hits with the poison tick.
Yes.
Which is just enough damage to kill off Goon.
See you later.
Or Goon or She-Goon. But it's just enough damage to kill him off. And then the fight just goes south from there.
Oh, okay. Well, that donation with the quote was from our boy Pooh Bear. He meant to not make it anonymous and somehow managed to make it anonymous. So we're calling him out in chat.
We do greatly appreciate your generosity, even if you did make it anonymous. Let's see what kind of luck we get with Tail.
Hopefully the best. We are literally fighting a giant robot flea's ass right now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid, Yuna. Your friends are your strength.
All right, we lived. Now we just need Flan to get off another flare. And we'll have best pattern, Tail. Perfect. Perfect
That's
fight.
not happening in a marathon.
Yeah.
Perfect fight.
I'd even say that's never happened before.
What's next?
Yuni, they're in trouble!
And it's so very fortunate that Tail has a 100% chance to drop a Mega Elixir, which we're going to use to get everybody back to full.
You want to get the heal?
which is part of why the rest of the fights are free. When you first started running this in Chinese, though, it was a little questionable how to respond in the menuing if someone died there.
Yeah.
Because where do you find the Phoenix Down if you can't read it? And where do you find the Mega Elixir?
Eventually, I just kind of developed, like, look for a certain number of characters that I can't read, and then compare that against how many of them I have. And that's served me well pretty much for all of my runs.
Find the right script.
What are you doing here? I'll let you have this one. I'm going to go cheer Nuji on. Got it!
That's another element of the story that came out of nowhere. LeBlanc apparently has a giant fangirl crush on Nuge.
For, like, no real discernible reason.
Yeah. You saw the statue of him back when we were doing the erotic massage. And then all of a sudden, it's, yeah. It's a full-blown thing.
Like, you ever been so enamored with somebody you had a solid gold statue made of them and put it in your bedroom?
Well, you, Pooh Bear.
I'm going.
For that $85 donation.
Oh.
And then what happened there at the end of the fight? Was it Flan that learned Water and Watera that you have to
Yep.
get off him now? Yeah, we were talking about how there's kind of the element of you learn skills in battle from having them used on you or events like that. And unfortunately, that's one of the things that can happen whenever you're fighting Leg there.
Yeah, ideally we want Leg to use either Faraga or what's the last ice one?
Blizzaga?
Yeah, Blizzaga, thank you. So that way Flan doesn't learn any moves. Waterga's the worst because we have to go and unlearn the moves that he just picked up. It's not a huge deal, but again, it's one of those if you're on PB pace and you're just like, ugh.
It's a time loss even though it's minor.
This thing just keeps on ticking.
We'll finish it.
Do it.
And we want good targeting here. We want them to all go after the core.
This time the legs are just a distraction. You know where to strike.
And the legs are just red herrings there. And generally, once they start attacking the core, they'll catch on and everyone will attack the core. But it's kind of a crapshoot for if that'll happen.
That was solid targeting. Not the best I've ever seen, but all three of Flan's flares hit the core, and that's about as good as you can ask for realistically.
So with core down, naturally you have to fight the head next.
Mm-hmm. And what the game doesn't tell you is you actually get a stealth heal between core and head.
What now?
So everybody's going to be at full health, full MP after that fight.
Final Fantasy loves doing the stealth heals.
Maybe we're finished?
So if you notice that I didn't heal up anybody after I did leg, even though they were almost all dead, it's because core you kill fast enough before it gets an attack off, so there's no danger there, and then you get stealth healed after it, so you don't have to waste a menu healing.
Which is also convenient because all of the flares that Flan use, while we do have the gold hairpin, they are costly.
Yeah.
30 MP per flare.
I feel you.
We are almost there.
We are almost there.
He's panicking. Yuna, end it now.
Y'all got about 2 minutes to get in $400. Come on.
Everybody, stay focused.
I believe in you all. I have faith.
Definitely Buggy Boy here has a plan. And C. And he's got preparations D through F. And G, but no H.
No H.
Oh yeah, Vegnagun's compensating, by the way. Overly.
Again, we've got another one of those monster targeting scenarios. The head and its two tusks, we want everybody to attack the head because that's what we need to kill the boss. So naturally, the goons want to fight everything else.
Vegnagun, let us.
So this part has always bothered me because it's like the lumberjack who's climbed up a tree and he's, chopping away at a branch, but it happens to be the branch he's sitting on. Like, you're trying to kill the boss that you're currently standing on. I get that physics are fucky in Final Fantasy games. That just seems like a bad idea.
I mean, have you seen the heights that Yuna jumps in this game? I mean, I think she's good. She can make it.
It's true. People can already breathe underwater for infinite amounts of time, and let's not get started with why a blitzball doesn't float to the surface or sink to the bottom.
Or the fact that the canon explanation is they're literally holding their breath for 3 minutes playing a full contact sport.
Which is why you only have 3 people that can do underwater combat.
Mm-hmm. So we got one last little cutscene here, and then we nuke Shuyin. And of course, I'll call time, but it's time is when Shuyin drops his sword on the last flare.
See, in the corner, the active and wait
Shuyin.
Len.
Oval disappears.
Okay.
There's something I must tell you. Words left unspoken for 1,000 years.
Words left unspoken for 1,000 years. I think we should see other people. You're kind of a dick.
I'm grateful that you stayed with me till the end.
Maybe you're overreacting, Shuyin.
But I couldn't save you.
Water viscosity, it's like they're playing blitzball in amniotic fluid.
Don't go on grieving
Ew.
alone.
That explains the breathing part.
Rest.
Doesn't explain the swimming down to go fight Ultros, but it explains blitzball, at least. This is post-Snicker Shuyin.
Fade.
That's what we needed. Just all this time, Shuyin just needed a Snickers. Wait a minute, you got 2 different color eyes, and neither one of them's the right color.
Wait!
You're not Len!
You are not Len!
I don't know why Yuna didn't think about that. Like, having multicolored eyes, it's a little telling. It's kind of a hard feature to hide.
Riku in the background playing keyboard cat at the problem.
As she does.
Not much longer now.
And time.
All right. 432, 43, 36.
432? Whoops.
Yeah, 432.
What's an estimate?
Don't try to tell me you understand.
What's an estimate? Yeah, 243, 36.
Oh, 243, okay. I heard those numbers in like complete reverse order.
No, I said them in complete reverse order because I can't fucking read.
Oh, okay. I heard it right. You said it wrong. Got it.
Yeah. And then I fixed it.
Numbers are dumb. There's like too many of them and stuff.
Agreed.
Yes. Correct. All right. And... But yeah, there we go. We did it.
I hope you guys enjoyed. That was Final Fantasy X-2. It is definitely a run. Yeah, I strongly recommend picking it up. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks the Quo and everybody that was working behind the scenes on IckaAid getting this all put together. Shuli's a near and dear friend of mine, and it means a lot that we were able to put something together to really help her out.
She does so much for other people, and it's just good that we can all get together. All the lives she's touched can get together to help her out when she needs it.
Just knowing how you feel is enough.
All right, then. We are going to move over to the quick intermission while we get set up for Quo Samara Hour, and we will be right back.
You still remember all the time that has gone by? Do you still believe that love can fall from the sky? If from where you're standing you can see the sky above,
Alright, what's up, guys? Can you guys confirm you can hear me first? I think I set this up right. I did throw this together in like 6 seconds, which is why there's no layout. Yes, excellent. And okay. So there was supposed to be a dramatic reading of Go the Fuck to Sleep. Unfortunately, that can't happen because technically that's against Twitch TOS. I did something better though. I made it into a YouTube video, so I'll link in chat in a sec. But while I have you guys' attention, we did get a donation from Erica's mother. So I'll read out her donation comment because it's quite lengthy but also sentimental. So Erica's mother... Erica, can you say exactly how much you donated because you didn't send me that? But Erica's mother says, Dear Quo, CC, CJ, all the streamers, in parentheses says Chris, communities, runners, and everyone that has supported Erica at this difficult time in her life with this fundraiser. Erica is very lucky to have such a special and outstanding group of true friends. I've been on this earth for 60 plus years and can honestly say this is the first time that I've seen a group of friends work so hard and do so much to provide support and financial assistance to another friend. I've had assistance from very good people in the past, but nothing to this magnitude of what you folks are doing. Your kindness, compassion, thoughtfulness, and sincere caring is over the top. It has left me speechless. That rarely ever happens to me. The way you have all pulled together and worked so hard to help Erica is not only a true selfless action, but also proves you all have exceptionally caring and outstanding characters and very large hearts. You've all worked so hard designing merchandise and creating so many unique promotions, all to help reach the goal you set for Erica. I've never seen so much effort put into a program designed to help a friend. You're surely outstanding individuals, and I wish I could personally give each of you a hug, shake your hand, and thank you. Not only for being so supportive, but for being such amazing people. We are very lucky to have such awesome people in our lives. In closing, I would like to tell you that you have a very positive impact on me by showing me that there are people in this world that care about their friends and will make sacrifices to support friends in need. Sending virtual hugs, love, and peace to each and every one of you. If any of you ever need help and support, we will be there for you. Thank you for being you. You are all my very favorite humans, except Quo is my most favorite. So I might have added that last line in on accident. But that was from Erica. No, that was from Erica's mother. So big thank you to her. As for the video, I will be linking it in chat momentarily. And yeah, we'll be setting up the next round. So stay tuned for Kaimari Damacy.